let me go back to your other point about being paid for 4 hours of instruction.
Right.
They're at the school, obviously, for 6.5 hours. What are they doing at the other 2.5 hours?
Well, they have at least 1 hour of unassigned time, they call it. I'm not allowed to ask them to do things during that time. They have a half an hour for lunch, and then we do have planning time in the school day. All of this was negotiated into a contract that I inherited. And then about a year and a half ago, when I was able to attempt to negotiate a new contract, we could not make the kinds of inroads that we wanted. Even though we changed it significantly, it still has such a long way to go.
Frances, why not shut the school down? Seriously. You're talking about a situation in which only 7% of 11th graders are considered proficient in math. You've got teachers making $70,000 a year. My God, select a handful of people, fire the unions, and start all over.
You're right. Well, shutting the school down would really tear the fabric of the community.
Well, no. Before you say
that, it would be a last resort.
No, you say it would tear the fabric of the community. You don't have a community. You got a disaster.
No,
the state has run that place for 20 years.
The state has paid for it.
Yeah. Well, they don't run it?
No.
They don't run it.
No, they just pay for it.
They pay for it, and they spend all the money on teachers who are not willing to work more than 4 hours a day, while 93% of the kids can't even do mathematics. Look, I know this. I know this has got to be extremely painful for you, but I can hear in your voice your care, your commitment, your concern, and you're being told by a union they're gonna get paid by the minute to louse up the educational lives of hundreds more students. This is madness.
Well, that I would agree with.
So what in God's name do you do? What will you do?
Well, as of Tuesday evening, we did fire all of the teachers, as was permitted by the national mandate that said, if we couldn't get them moving in a transformational way, then we would use a turnaround method, which allows for all of them to be fired, and up to 50% could be rehired if they choose to reapply under new arrangements.
These are arrogant fools you've got teaching there. Are they really so?
The sad thing is, I believe that the teachers individually, especially the teachers taken one at a time, are really good-hearted, educated people who want to serve our students and who willingly stay after school and do tutor. But in order to have all of them do that, I need to deal with a union, and the union says differently.
Then, now will the union be discredited? Will it be unaffiliated from the school?
Not at this time, no.
Why not? Why not get it the hell out? Why not tell the union to go away and don't come back?
Well, because we're hoping that they'll still come to the table and negotiate.
Why?
I'm not at all sure that labor laws allow me to just say get out. That's a difficult thing. I'm not sure.
Here's a difficult thing. A difficult thing. You're in charge of the lives of all those young people. Yeah. We're talking about nationwide. Half of students, black students, half of Hispanic students are dropping out of high school. We don't have time for national labor laws. Excuse me.
Deserve a whole lot better. You're right.
This is nuts. Yeah. And if a union stands between that child and his or her potential, then the hell with the union. The only people in this country who are unionizing are our civil service employees and public sector workers. This is madness. And you're putting all of these fools on the backs of people in your area who are making $22,000 a year. They're bloodsuckers and they're incompetents. And they have the temerity to tell you how it's going to be.
they also have the temerity to suggest that they will take a no-confidence vote in me, which I have to say is laughable when I look around and see the improvements that we have made in the last 3 years, and I think this is another union ploy to discredit instead of own up to appropriate accountability on a regular basis.
Do you have the support of your board of trustees, your community?
I do, sir. I do. And thankfully, even though the union has put out an advertisement telling people to call this number, and people call me all day long, the union is spending money quite foolishly because all of the callers, 100 to 1, are telling me, keep doing what you're doing, Dr. Gallo. We need more people to be brave enough to step in front of this enormous rolling stone.
Even the pro-union Obama administration, in the person of the Secretary of Education, Arnie Duncan, has voiced his support for you. And I say, God bless him as well.
That's right, sir. And basically because he saw that we did take all of the proper steps. We had meeting after meeting. We brought in the public. We brought in all of the constituents. And everyone was in agreement as to how we should move, and that these were reasonable requests, reasonable assurances that we were looking for in order to move with the transformation of this high school.
So, what is the name of the union?
The union is the AFT, the American
Federation.
Yes, the American Federation of Teachers and the AFL-CIO.
Richard Trumka, I'm going to give you a call, partner, because you really need to get your head examined on this one. I mean, I can't even believe the AFL-CIO would permit one of its unions, affiliated unions, to behave and act against the very interests of this country and its future. It should
be our own mission. It should be at the core of the mission of schooling, that we stick with our children wherever they are, however they come to us, and we do the very best by them. And why we can't get one faculty as a whole unit to remain after school for 30 minutes when we're failing consistently is beyond me.
You know, it's beyond me too, but Frances, I don't know what they'd do if they didn't have you there. Dr. Gallo, I mean, you're an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you.
And I hope to God the rest of your profession understands that you've set the way forward and you are to be followed and not in any way further frustrated by the kinds of minds that would even think about obstructing efforts to improve the education in a school that is so challenged. God, God bless you and God help you, because this is going to be hard work. We know it. And Frances, if we may, we'd like to check in with you from time to time to see how it's going. We're going to talk with everybody involved in this to kind of see how everybody's helping you.
Very good. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Frances. Dr. Frances Gallo, you just heard a woman who is, I mean, she's got guts, she's got the right answer, and you can tell, I mean, she has got everybody in that community on her side, but the forces and the powers that be trying to achieve something else and not in the national interest.